And then the fourth one is using social media strategically, really in a way that's just promoting your work, because no one gives a shit. Sorry, I don't know. No one cares about
It's all good.
No one cares about your 5 ways to prepare your roof for fall. What they care about is to see that you're actually doing what you do. And we want to make sure that the work that you're doing is actually showing up maybe to the same people who got the mail, got the canvassing and all that. So just a hyper targeted way to get in front of people. The next thing we do is create a referral system that actually turns into a predictable source of revenue. Referrals are, someone just posted the other day, and like, I actually kind of like this person, but I just wholeheartedly disagree. He posted in a group saying, if you're relying on word of mouth to grow your business, like, you're going to fail. I think that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Like, how did Apple grow? Was it just a bunch of Google ads? Like, no, it's a good product and then compounding results from referrals and from people seeing how great it was.
I mean, Tesla didn't advertise until like this year.
Exactly.
And I know it's a different
I
business.
still have never seen a Tesla commercial.
They just came out finally.
Yeah. So I don't watch enough TV, I guess. But the thing is, like, I do believe in advertising, but you can and should be able to always have growth within your business due to referrals. In order to do that, you have to grab the referral process and actually take control of it. It's not enough anymore, or maybe ever, to just be like, hey, yeah, $250 a closed roof. Just let us know if you have a friend. It's also not enough to be like, give me 10 phone numbers of friends that maybe would need a roof, because they don't know who those people are. And then you're literally just getting a list of 10 people that you're cold calling, even though there's a relation. Like, it doesn't make that much sense. What you need to do is leverage the fact that these people have already vetted you. They know, like, and trust you. And they have a massive network of people that probably know, like, and trust them. So you can leverage their networks. You can get them to post about your business on Facebook. And that could be part of how to enter into your referral program, or how to get paid in your referral program. You can have them post in a neighborhood Facebook group, and that can be incentivized. You can have them post on Nextdoor if they're not very active on social media. And they're going to have a lot more authority because they're a peer than you do. And that can be incentivized. So trying to find ways to create inbound referrals as a result of the actions your happy customers are doing, that's how we can create turn the referral process into a much more predictable source of leads. And like I said, like, the easiest KPI is if you can get 3 or more appointments on average as a result of every job, you're always going to be growing.
I like this. I would say, for anything, we say this all the time. If you're not implementing these things, it doesn't matter if you know these things.
Oh,
Like
I love that.
you can give away your entire program, Brad, and it still wouldn't be successful without your business, because you guys help implement it and make sure it happens. You're forcing our hand and taking our time to do the things we're supposed to do. That's the value that you really bring. And any program, like, you can talk about any program. If you can know all the things, oh, I know that's supposed to work. Well, are you doing it very consistently, extremely consistently, on every single job, on everything you're doing?
Set up in a way to do it consistently.
Yes. And it's you just have to do the things. You do give a framework, but what you really do also help with is implementing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So our whole thing, for anyone who's watching, like, we have 3 main, like, things. We have a group mastermind where it's like a course, and then we have some, like, support calls, and then we have weekly trainings. So that's more the do it yourself, and then, like, you can still get some additional support. We have our done with you option, which is the same thing as the group mastermind, except you can book one-on-one calls with us whenever you want. And then what John and his team are going through is our done for you option. And we're doing all as much of the one-time work as we can, and we are project managing not just the things being created, but we're project managing the actual implementation. And that's where we firmly believe, like, within a few months, like, we can help exponentially grow your monthly sales, because we're not just doing the one-time work of building it out, we're on you to make sure it's actually getting done. And we're helping you feed the whole process that we just talked about, because if leads are a problem, then we would rather try to exponentially grow 50 appointments than 5 appointments a month, so we do address the lead problem, but that's done second, which is not how I think anyone else does it right now.
Make sure you can capitalize on every lead and maximize your value, then worry about ramping up leads once you know that you can extract full value. That totally makes sense. We were talking about earlier, it's like this is a huge problem for like the 1 to 3, but then bigger companies too, it's the same thing. I think maybe with the bigger companies, it's just that they have more cash, so it's maybe a little bit more forgiving. They can get away with a little bit less capitalization, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't be much healthier, more profitable, faster growing businesses without this.
There's still a lot of $10 million businesses that go under because of the same exact issue.
Same problem. Yeah.
I really do believe any roofing company would benefit from what we do. I am most drawn to the ones that I think are making decisions based off of what they see all these other people who are at the 6 or 7 million range. And there's a couple things to note, and we all have seen the fall of a few. But one, in distribution, I got a dirty look at the credit and the credit lines and all of that of some of the biggest roofing companies in the country. Like, ones you guys know, I got to snoop around.
Oh yeah, the tale as old as time. I mean,
doesn't look good. I'll tell you. SRS used to have a massive budget a year. They're at this point $5 billion company, maybe more. Sorry, SRS, if it's more. Love you, but yeah, probably more. They literally millions a year. They just expected to write off in bad debt.
It's in their budget. It's in their freaking budget.
So
it's wild.
And so I'll tell you, big companies, small companies, mid-sized companies, it's rare to find someone that's actually paying their bills on time. So if you are, that's great. If you're not, you're really not alone. You should fix it, but don't let anyone make you feel like you're just the worst. But fix it, because otherwise it's just going to be a pain in the butt for you. But all companies would benefit from this. I think it's a matter of neglecting your cost per acquisition and not understanding it mostly. Having bigger budget at 5, 6, 7 million, 10 million, you have more to spend. So the cost does not necessarily hurt you as much, because that same math I just gave of the 1,800 cost per acquisition, if you're spending 3,000 a month, if you're spending 15,000 a month in Google ads, then that 2,500 is dispersed among a lot more jobs. So you are in your cost per acquisition does get under 1,000 at that point. It's not as bad. And the $1 to $3 million companies just can't afford that.